Lorenzo Guadagnacci has always been passionate about the written word. He's an author and journalist, and he's critical of globalization. 15 years ago, his life was turned upside down.
I was subjected to brutal violence, and I was afraid I'd die. The experience changed my life. It was like torture. I will never forget the feeling.
Guadagnacci recalls the fateful night on July 22, 2001, during the G8 summit in Genoa. That night, the headquarters of globalization protesters were stormed by police. Italian newspapers later reported beatings and scenes resembling a dictatorship.
They were relentless. I tried shielding my head with my arms and legs.
These acts of violence were preceded by days of rioting. Angry protesters from all over Europe had taken to the streets of Genoa and totally overwhelmed the Italian police. A 23-year-old Italian was shot in the head by a policeman and killed. When police stormed the protesters' headquarters, Guadagnacci was so badly beaten that he had to be hospitalized. He suffered multiple burns from a police taser.
We were trapped. There was no escape. The police were in total control. Nothing justifies their extreme violence. Many protesters suffered permanent injuries.
Guadagnacci took the issue to court, along with more than 100 other victims. And, after all those years, he won. None of the policemen can be charged for their acts of violence because of the statute of limitations. And Italy's Interior Ministry is taking a soft stance.
One of the main offenders was given just a €50 fine to pay to his own department, despite being convicted of committing torture and bodily harm.
Lawyer Tambuccio went to the European Court of Human Rights. The judges condemned the excessive force displayed by Italian police and demanded that the Italian state pass a law against abuse and torture. But Gianni Tonelli from the Italian Police Union says that such laws already exist. He agrees that his colleagues used excessive force. But he says not every officer from back then should still be held under suspicion.
It's not the police's fault that our justice system works so slowly. Nobody in the police force wants to evade justice. But you can't blame the accused if the courts don't deliver sentences in time.
Tonelli also rejects claims that no disciplinary action was taken against the police officers who were in Genoa in 2001.
The accused were temporarily suspended from duty. For some, this meant the end of their careers. Everything was done according to protocol.
Today, some of those who sustained injuries at the G8 summit will be awarded financial compensation of €45,000. The Italian authorities want to pay their way out of any further trials, but Guadagnacci, like many others, won't play along.
Does Italy take the European Convention for Human Rights seriously? If all we get after the ruling from the European Court of Human Rights is money, then this is a legitimate question.
Today, Guadagnacci lives in the hills of Florence. He still feels bitter that his country failed to enforce the European legal principles against violent abuse and torture.